Welcome to our segment where we talk about the Bible and science. Please remember that science points us to God because God is the creator of all things and we see His fingerprints throughout His creation. Now in this segment, we want to look at the teleological argument and look at what that means. It's important that when Christians talk to non-Christians, we can point to reasons why we believe in God without having to reference the Bible. The reason we need to be able to do that is because non-Christians may not see the Bible as having the authority that we Christians believe it has. Therefore, we need to be able to reason with them from another viewpoint. These arguments, while not able to prove the existence of God, demonstrate that there are countless pointers in our world which make it reasonable to conclude that the world exists because of a creator God. Here's one of those arguments. It's called the teleological argument for the existence of God. It comes from the Greek word telos, meaning purpose or goal. Now, theology is the study of goals or ends. Big fancy word, and it focuses on the evidence of design in our world and the evidence of purpose in our world. This argument confirms the most basic Christian belief about God creating the world, and that, in the words of Genesis 2:4, says, "The Lord God made the earth and the heavens." Now, the teleological argument is best known by the watchmaker argument. The theologian William Paley, who was around in 1743 to 1805, made this argument well known. If we were to find a watch lying on the beach, is the argument, we would probably not assume that it just evolved out of sand. We would rightly conclude that it had been made by an intelligent designer and somehow transported to that particular spot. We would never infer in the case of a watch that its design was due to natural processes such as the wind and the rain. Rather, the existence of a watch points to the probability of a watchmaker. Living things are similar to mechanisms, exhibiting the same sort of orderly complexity, and we must therefore infer by analogy that their design is also the result of an intelligent activity. Now, the teleological argument has led to the intelligent design argument that many like myself would believe. Please remember that when we look at the beginning of the world, we need to realize that we are looking at the best evidence to develop our view. We were not there when the universe began, and we cannot recreate what happened in the lab. So we're kind of like a jury trying to decide on the evidence if someone created a crime. We were not there, but we can make a good decision based on the evidence that is presented. Now, the intelligent design theory uses a term called irreducible complexity, that we have certain biological systems that are so complex that they could not have evolved by successive small modifications in an evolutionary or natural selection system. Many intelligent design theorists have used the eye, for instance, to be an organ that is so complex that it could not have evolved through evolution over time. Because of its complexity, it shows a complex design which points to a designer. Also in the teleological argument, we can see the beauty of our world and the amazing variety within our world, which has convinced countless people, scientists and non-scientists alike, that there must be a designer behind our universe. The watch analogy and the eye point to a designer, which we Christians believe is the God of the Bible. Please remember that we Christians are never afraid of science. We embrace real science because God is our creator and there are no surprises to Him.